Oh, next question is from Barb. Thank you, Barb. You sent in a couple of questions. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I don't know. It gives me something directed to talk about. Otherwise, I just go off about papers all the time. So the question is, hi, Dr. Ben. Hello, Barb. I am wondering if now that we know more about SARS-CoV-2, it is possible that this virus will change each year and become more seasonal. We have seasonal flu shots. Do you think we'll have to get a seasonal vaccine for this virus? Yes. And one more question along those lines. If the virus mutates and changes, is it possible it'll become even more deadly and contagious than it already is? Maybe. Yeah, okay. So, unpacking time. All right. Just like the end of the vacation, right? um, yeah, so is it possible the virus will change each year? It is not just possible, it is guaranteed. Yeah. Yeah, the virus is changing, has been changing the entire time. But the change is fairly slow. Like I was saying, about 30 mutations per year that actually stick and get passed on to other SARS viruses is about the rate at which we're moving. And yeah, that's pretty normal for any RNA virus, similar to what you'd see with the flu. On the same order of magnitude anyway, for people who are into estimating things. Let's see. So, so another way to look at this is, all right, where is the virus changing? And so we have a lot of evidence that the virus is changing all over the place. There are a couple of these changes that are more interesting than others, or at least better understood than others. One of those is a set of changes in the spike. So there are lots of little changes that have been made and don't really seem to be growing in the population. So they exist. Some of these things appear to make the spike work a little bit better for entry or a little bit worse, but these tests are done in situations that are different from a human lung. Of course, right? Because these are things done in the lab. And so the lab tests don't mirror all the things that an actual virus has to go through. And so just because something works better in the lab does not mean it's going to work better in a real lung with real snot and a real immune system and, airflow moving things up and down. There's lots of reasons to say, well, don't worry about that one yet. The one mutation that seems to be really spreading is that one called D614G, and that is in the spike, but it's located. So if you imagine the spike, here's the top, and then here's the bottom. It's kind of like a muffin shape with a little stem coming out the bottom. And it's kind of a tall muffin, though. There you go. Not at the top of the muffin, but right about there, and tucked away a little bit on the inside is where D614 is located, aspartic acid number 614. And it seems to be changing to glycine, which is changing to basically nothing or something a little more flexible, maybe. But it's not clear exactly what effect this would have. I still have not seen a study. Actually, I need to go and do another troll through the journals and see if anybody has tested this, but I haven't seen any direct effect of this one. It's a thing that seems to be happening. It may be something that is selected by a common immune response. There may be kind of a weak point where our immune system can get to it and sort of forcing this change. It doesn't necessarily make the virus any better at its job. It doesn't necessarily make the spike better. Yeah. So, but until we know, all we know is that this one is it's out there, and it does seem to be spreading and popping up in multiple different backgrounds. Like, you start out with different viruses, and then they each independently develop this one. So, yeah, maybe. So, will it change enough that we need to get a seasonal vaccine? Probably. That's the way it's looking right now, and it wouldn't be because the virus has changed. It would be because our immune system has essentially forgotten, or our immune system needs a little refresher course. Maybe, yeah, we all need a refresher, right, from time to time. But that would be the idea behind it, and so. Yeah, that's looking most likely right now, but of course, until we have a vaccine, we won't know how long protection from that vaccine lasts. And right now, we don't have one, as you know, and I know, and everybody knows. So that's something that is going to have to be worked out once the vaccine is actually ready and being used in people. So there we go. Yeah, sort of nice mixed answer. Thank you very much. This has been Ask Dr. Ben.